The Hourglass and the Chisel. In a grand temple atop a mist-covered mountain, two objects sat in quiet opposition. An elegant hourglass and a worn, heavy chisel. The hourglass, named Glassine, was delicate yet precise, filled with golden sand that trickled smoothly from one chamber to the other. It measured time with grace, never rushing, never slowing. It was revered by the monks, who used it to guide their meditations and daily rituals. The chisel, named Clunk, was old and scarred, its blade dull from years of carving stone. Once it had sculpted mighty Buddhas and intricate lotus reliefs, but now it sat forgotten in the tool shed, gathering dust. One evening, as the last rays of sunlight filtered through the temple's lattice windows, Clunk sighed, watching Glassine's golden sand flow. "You are lucky," Clunk muttered. "You are treasured and admired. I, however, have been left behind." Glassine, unbothered, continued its patient task. "And yet," it said gently, "I do nothing but watch time pass. You, Clunk, have shaped the world with your effort. Why do you despair?" "Because I have no purpose now," Clunk replied. "My edge is worn. My work is slow. If I could carve as swiftly as the wind, perhaps I would still be of use." Just then, a young monk entered the shed, his hands carrying a rough slab of marble. He studied the chisel and lifted it with care. "This will do," he murmured. Day by day, under the patient guidance of the monk, Clunk met stone once more. At first, progress was slow. With each strike, only the smallest flecks of marble fell away. The task seemed endless. Clunk felt frustration rise. "I am too slow. A sharper tool could finish this in a fraction of the time." Glassine, resting on a nearby ledge, watched and said, "Look at me, Clunk. My sand does not fall all at once. Yet grain by grain, time moves forward, and with it all things change. You do not need to be quick, only steady." Hearing this, Clunk settled into a rhythm. Tap by tap, chip by chip, the marble slab began to take shape. Days turned to weeks, then months. One morning, as the monks gathered for prayer, a new sculpture was unveiled in the temple courtyard. A breathtaking figure out of the Buddha, serene and wise. The monks marveled at its beauty. "Who carved this?" one of them asked. The young monk stepped forward. "Time and patience," he answered, placing a hand over his heart. "With this chisel and the wisdom of slow, steady effort." Clunk, once ashamed of his worn edges, now stood proudly beside the finished statue. He understood. His power had never been in speed, but in endurance. And as the golden sand continued its endless fall through the hourglass, the temple remained in quiet harmony, where patience and time stood side by side, shaping all things.